Two female ranks of the Guyana Defense Force are facing possible dismissal after a video recording surfaced of the two young women in sexually compromising positions. Senior Army sources have said the two female soldiers have already been dismissed. But this afternoon, Chief of Staff Gary Best said one is still on the Army's payroll and the other is being sought. He said the GDF is already counseling the one female rank it has been in contact with and would like to offer similar counseling to the other rank. When pressed about the need for counseling, he said one of the female soldiers requested that counseling. The scandal came to light after one of the young ladies lost her mobile phone. The phone was found by another soldier and the video was circulated to other soldiers, eventually reaching the desk of the Chief of Staff and other senior Army officers. The incident seen in the video did not take place on an Army base, and the two young women were not on duty at the time and were not in Army uniform. Still, the GDF decided to get involved and pull in the young women, fearing that their lifestyle, as showcased in the video, could affect their ability to lead and their ability to give commands. When pressed about why the young women were being investigated if the incident took place in their private space and away from the Army bases, the Chief of Staff said there is a need to see what standard operating procedure may have been breached. When further asked to clarify what standard operating procedure might cover the sexual preference of soldiers and officers of the Guyana Defense Force, he said there was none, but there are SOPs that cover the conduct of members of the GDF. He would not go into detail about whether the Army would have taken a similar stance had a video circulated with a male and female soldier in a similarly compromising position. The Chief of Staff reiterated that the young women have not been dismissed, but one is being counseled. He said the GDF understands the changing nature of the world, and while it might have a don't ask, don't tell policy when it comes to gays in the military, he said if they breach standard operating procedures, they could be dismissed. The scandal has upset a number of senior and junior officers and other soldiers who said it is not the place of the Army to become involved in the private lives of its members, especially on issues relating to their sexual preference. Those we have spoken with said the GDF's position to even launch an investigation into what may have taken place behind private closed doors is worrying, especially since what took place there only came out because of a phone that was reportedly misplaced and its contents shared around the Army bases. One officer said the issue may be more about embarrassment than anything else for the GDF, and that may not be a good enough reason to probe into the private affairs of the two members. Once that begins, one officer said, it will have to cover all members of the Army and every facet of their lifestyles.